Mozart and Beethoven and Chopin and Schumann, they played this music every day. And much later, Bartók and Pablo Casals too. And it is, as they said, the Old Testament of music. And I feel very much the same. I play the well-tempered clavier every day of my life. And just 2 or 4 or 6 preludes and fugues every day, different ones. And it's a wonderful way to start the day. It's like taking a shower and cleansing yourself. It's something so pure to the spirit and the soul, and even physically, I don't have to do stupid pianistic exercises, which are a waste of time, because this gives you all the sensation of movements when you play a movement like. It gives you all the feeling of dexterity, and you feel like dancing and bouncing, and you are happy to be alive.
The bass of Bach are fantastic. If you take the G string, it's very simple, but it is already jazzy, because you have the bass coming up and down, and there is a singing bass. It's not only a bass which plays the bass note. This is singing. If you forget about the theme of the G string, you have the bass. You have. And it follows. Never stops, always continuing. And this is one of the particularities of Bach's music. There is no part which are not interesting by itself. Even alone, if I just play that alone, without the thing, it's interesting. Everything has got value. And so on.
There wasn't really much difference at that time between a performer and a composer. If you performed, you also composed. And I can give an example from of 2 pieces, one by Handel and one by Bach, both of them the final pieces of a very great liturgical work, the end of the Matthew Passion and the end of Handel's Theodora. Both of them are sarabands, stately dances in 3/4 time, and they're very similar in mood and entirely different in technique. The Handel is very extraordinarily simple and very, at the same time, very dramatic. With that sudden movement at the end, out of the range of everything we've heard before. The Bach is very similar in rhythm, but the richness of sound is much greater. The Bach has this extraordinarily expressive sound when we get to harmony. These very dissonant harmonies, whereas Handel's harmonies are much simpler. It's this enormous richness, and above all, it's the richness of the inner part writing in Bach. It's not the soprano or the bass part, it's the other voices, the alto and the tenor and so on, which are so extraordinary in Bach. There's sort of no parallel to it in the history of music, but it was an enormous model. The composers who tried to follow him like that, Mozart and of course Chopin and others, there was an enormous influence from the rest of the history of Western music up until the 20th century.